Oop, let me just change that real quick. Hello.
Hello.
We are live. Talking like we're in second grade over here. So excited to have another sprint, and this time we have Patricia with us.
Yeah.
What team? What team? Tell us.
Team Plus Talking, the Bookish Queens.
Yes, from Blue
Yes.
Stocking. It's been so fun to have different leads be on each other's sprints. So now we have someone here. And if there are any protectors out there, attack Patricia's team. Okay. We're here to attack all the teams.
No.
No.
Plus Talking teams. The Plus Talking teams, they are, they are the queens of books. They're the queen of strategy. Be
Mhm.
careful. Be
I know.
careful.
I'm so curious. Like, what's going on everyone else's strategy team? Or is everyone just like, no, we're fine. We're not doing anything. It's okay.
Oh, it's been so much fun. We go into strategy, we Blue Stockings, we go into spreadsheets
Tell us
and
more about these spreadsheets.
I can't. It's secret.
Okay, I get
But
it.
they start to share and they said, "I'm sorry for spreading spreadsheets," and we go, "No, no, no. This is sexy language for us. we are
Oh,
we
no.
are on our element.
Oh
No,
my
no, no."
gosh. And it's nice to see people on here, especially people that are happy if it's their time zone.
Yeah.
Because Patricia is in, are you still in Portugal?
No, I'm in Norway.
Oh, you're in
I'm
Norway.
Portuguese, but I live in Norway. Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
yeah,
So I was happy we found some time too because we have some
yeah.
GMT folks around
It's
here.
always a challenge when we want to participate, but it's 3 a.m. here and
I
it's
know.
nighttime in the US, so we all go.
Oh, we'll have more, especially if there are more people in that GMT time zone. We will definitely have more of these. Let's
Yeah.
see, what are people reading? Book lovers. Oh my gosh, I have thoughts on book lovers, but I did read Happy Place by Emily Henry. It's in my upcoming wrap up. Have you read Emily Henry?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
She produces books like crazy. She's just like a machine. I'm like, you just released a book. How are you already done with a whole other novel you're promoting? It's crazy. Other
Yeah,
two,
I
let's,
I need to be careful with historicals because if I consume them too much, then I go into a slump. So I need to
yeah,
face them throughout
you'll
the
burn
year.
out. Yes. Well, Emily Henry is more like, I guess, contemporary
All
romance.
right, okay.
So she could
Then
be
I
a good
got it
book.
wrong.
Yeah,
Mm,
very like wholesome. Well, at least like with Happy Place, it was wholesome. It was like my
mm.
first full Emily Henry book.
Okay.
Distraught.
Hello.
Hi, Hannah. Thanks for hopping in.
Oh yeah, my kids are at the friend's house. So far, quiet. It
Good.
might change.
You never know with children.
No,
Like, what are you doing? Mother of Death and Dawn. Ooh. Okay, I'm seeing recently this week in the chat, like on the Discord, I'm seeing more like dark romance being talked about. I don't know if everyone's just in the mood for suddenly a dark romance.
I guess autumn is coming, so dark romance is
That's
getting
true.
moved.
Getting ready for fall. Yes. Hi. We're going bit by bit. While everyone's still saying hi, I do have like some fun things. So I promise we'll do more reading sprints this time instead of like chatting like crazy. I just get so excited talking to people and like interacting via the chat with all of y'all. So it's fun. It's fine. So we'll definitely read some today, but in between the sprints, I also have,
Attack it.
I know I just see all of these from 2%. It's okay. Shh, it's okay. We're not doing anything. We're not doing anything. April, I don't think you guys are the underdogs if you're out here
No,
threatening.
no, not underdogs. No, we respect Moiden.
And then I'll have like this fun game in between that, the chat will be able to participate and everything. So I'm very excited about that potential mini game if we get to it. Let's see all the rest of these. The Blonde Identity by Ali Carter. wow, there's so many books that I'm like someone said in the last live, the TBR list is extra long after readathons, and I would have to agree.
Hello.
Let's see, Ellie Hazelwood, yes, she is.
Yeah, but I
Yeah,
never
I'm
read her.
excited about the paranormal. Have you read her?
No,
Yeah, I still have yet to
no.
read her as well, but that paranormal romance sounds kind of interesting because it's more fantasy,
Yeah, yeah.
contemporary
You
romance.
put any fantasy hint on it, and I'll be more
We
into
speak
it.
the same language, yes.
Yeah.
And for those that don't know, she has a Instagram. That's where her main platform is at My Romance Has No Limits. So make sure
Mm-hmm.
you check her out over on Instagram. I think that's fun. Definitely was my first book platform. Oh my gosh, sorry, Daphne. Like you're so covered by this. I am so sorry.
My co-captain. Hi, Daphne.
Wait, here we go. I'm so sorry. You're just
Hi.
chilling there for some
Hi,
time.
hi guys.
You were like
So
blocked.
nice to see you.
Talk to you guys face to face.
Yeah.
Yes,
It's always
definitely.
me looking at you guys and never you back. So it's
Yeah.
nice.
Now it's like a two-way conversation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
So I'm out here surrounded by blue stocking. So,
so
right?
Bia.
So maybe Daphne can tell us more about these spreadsheets. Okay.
There's a
Let's
lot.
see what else they have here today. How's your day going, Daphne? What is it? Are you 1 p.m., Daphne?
Right, yeah. Now it's 1 p.m. I'm in between meetings for work, so I'll probably do some productivity stuff.
Yeah.
But I do need to read a lot also. I have to finish Jade Legacy by tomorrow evening, and I've got like 25% left. So once that's done, I'm like ready to dive headfirst into historicals. I've been kind of prioritizing that right now, but
Jade
How's it?
City sounds so good. Like I've kept I can't watch all your vlogs with the rest of the books because I'm like I don't want to spoil myself. But that series in general, like when I saw you do like a whole book club around it, I'm like, okay, I have to read it. It sounds like it is the book of the season right now.
it
Yeah,
is.
everyone talks about it. Everyone.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
kind of devastated right now because Fonda doesn't pull punches with like killing characters. So I'm like, oh, I don't want to read it right now. I don't want to be hurt, you know?
Yeah, like the show Supernatural, it's always like, who's gonna die? Like, just tell me what's gonna happen. Let me see. We have
Yeah,
book
fantasy
pre-orders.
romance. It's with me as well.
Mm-hmm. I know that's definitely my favorite genre. Is
And dark
fantasy.
romance as well in between.
So we'll be able to do some quick reading sprints and some productivity sprints as well, because it looks like a lot of people are doing different things while we're live streaming. So that'll be fun. What are you reading right now, Daphne? Oh yeah, you already said the
Yeah,
Jade.
Jade Legacy. But besides that, I'm also reading the second book in the Trader Witch series. Hannah Blackwell told me about it. So that's fantasy and it's got like historical vibes. So
Hmm.
I'll pick that up too, probably at some point this week.
Do you both just read one at a time, or do you like juggling books?
I'm in like 5 books right now.
Me too. Man, I don't tend to. I like to start and finish something because
Yes.
I am bad at DNFing, but I need to start to have several.
Yes.
I'm
Life is too
trying.
short to read a book you don't
Yeah,
like. So DNF.
yeah.
DNF
I
it.
did. I did at the in the Blue Stockings. I said, okay, probably gonna DNF something, and I said I didn't. You know, they just crashed me.
Oh.
DNF. I am reading an arc of an author that I love. It's called. She's Lisette Marshall, and she's releasing a fantasy historical romance called The
Mhm.
Curse and the Thorn King. She's an assassin. He's the king of the Fae.
Ooh.
And
Sounds good.
just let me see. I wanted to read to you the first line of it.
Is it crazy?
Uh, it's, I mean, the banter. I'm just going to read this to you, very short, and then you see the point.
Okay.
So it starts. Briavis Yavi had never used soap as a weapon before.
Okay.
I mean,
I'm
she's
intrigued.
I feel like there's something wrong with me where my mind is like, okay, yeah, you can use it like this way or this way. Like I'm trying to think of like different ways
no, it's
to actually
fine.
use it.
But it's just, it's sketching. You just okay. How are you going to use it?
Yeah, exactly.
I just
Yes.
and yeah, she starts as well with a sentence of the Lady Lockett's Handbook of Etiquette. So this comes before and then this phrase.
Oh, those are so
this,
fun.
this sets an historical romance, but in a fantasy setting.
What a good admit. I love
And
uh-huh.
and the other one is Flowers for the Devil by Vlad Kahani. I'm butchering his name. It's a male author, and it's a dark historical romance. So maybe not dark romance for the dark romance readers, but for the historical romance readers, it's dark. So there's definitely talking about abuse, child abuse, etc. So that there's some triggers there.
Yeah.
But I've been waiting to read this for a very, very long time. And I listened to the sample on Audible. You guys need to try. Just
Yeah.
go there and listen to it. It's a male narrator at the beginning with some sound effects.
I feel like it's so rare to get like a male romance author.
Exactly. So, I wanted to, make sure that I read historical romance, BIPOC authors. But then, I actually stay away from male authors because of all my history of reading. And because I'm focusing now on just romance. So I'm staying away from them. And I think that's really not fair. Right? So I really wanted to make the effort now to read. And since this was recommended by Yaz at in Instagram, she's quite famous. So I really, really wanted to try it, and I'm loving it. It's dark. It's Victorian, dark times. Imagine, dark alleys.
I like it. But it looks like he's doing a good job. I feel like that was the main issue, right? It's like a lot of male authors don't know how to write women or like correctly. So, but I mean, I would hope there's like a fair share of male authors that are able.
Yeah, I mean, it's the experience that at least I have comes with male authors that are mostly dead by now. So now it's time, at least for me, it's time to give a chance to authors that are writing nowadays. That are
it's like why not try?
Yeah. So
I see my friend Sylvia out here saying she started Fourth Wing. Yes. Okay, I'm on that hype train. I love it. It's true. Daphne's like, okay, sure, why not?
Oh, I saw you like that.
I'm on the hype. I'm on the hype train as well.
It's so good. It's so funny though because she shared a picture with her like beautiful sprayed edges, and I reposted it, and like a few friends were like, "Where did she find it? Like where did she get it?" Obviously thinking she bought it recently, and I was like, "I'm so sorry. I told her this like months ago. Like if you see it in the wild, buy it," because I knew it would like start getting crazy. People collecting all these different books and stuff. So she was able to snag one like really early on. And I did the same thing to Daphne when she posted her vlog. I was like, I must look like a crazy person.
No, it's totally understandable. I posted that vlog so late. That was like 3 months after. So there were still special editions when I filmed it.
Yeah, and I was like, girl, I will pay you to go and like get that book. Like, how did you just pick it up and like put it down? I was like, no. I was screaming at my computer. I was like, Daphne, no, pick it up, come back. I was just screaming.
I know
but
they were pretty. I was tempted. It was good marketing, honestly, to like do first editions like that.
I'm impressed.
yes.
I actually am impressed with what they did, and this just sets a new, a new way. You can see so many of them doing the same thing. I mean, I just pre-ordered uh, Runic's Gothicana because they are going to do spray
Mhm.
edges for a book I read. I don't know how long ago.
And I didn't
So
know
it works. It just works.
Yeah.
yeah. I didn't know Tor Books specifically does like beautiful first editions with all the books they publish. So that was new
Mm,
to me. But I feel like it's nice that you're able to get an edition like that and not pay like crazy, for the people
exactly.
that first bought it. Do you know what I
Would
mean?
love to buy more special editions like that, but I feel like a lot of the times they're in those boxes. I'm like, I don't want to have to subscribe to
Mhm.
these boxes and get random books that I don't know.
Exactly.
I'd rather like see something in a regular shop and be like, oh, that intrigues me, and just pick it up and it happens to be special, you know?
Yes, and that's what I mean. It was more affordable. Like it was priced at a regular price when you first got. Now it's reselling like, for crazy
Yeah,
prices. But I was like, that's really nice because if you don't normally have like those sprayed edges or stenciled edges, or you don't know what that's like, you can actually pick one up at the bookstore instead of spending like 40 something bucks on like one book for sure.
And I
Yes.
just wanted to add that because I'm in Europe, I'm in Norway, and it's difficult to get, US books here. I was able to get it as well. So if
Nice.
you pre-order or if you're early on the train, they are available.
And sometimes I am
So
very late to the train. I'm surprised I was on this train because I was like, normally I'm late, and I'm the person that's like, but I wanted
but
the edges,
that's the spread edges things, like dragons, edges.
Yes.
Bye.
Let me see. Let me see a few more comments on here. Yes, Autumn, but that's actually why I think you should have like multiple copies of the same book. I'm out here with like multiple copies of Fourth Wing.
oh my God, my friend Eliza has like 5 copies, I feel like, at this point, in like other languages that she can't read. Like, I love her, but I'm
All
like,
right.
Eliza.
At least I'm getting ones I do understand. I'm like, and I let go of the Spanish edition because I also speak Spanish, but I was like, I'll let the fans have that one in my mercy. But I did
Yeah,
want the German one really bad as well. I missed the first wave on that one. So
yeah.
I am that nuts person, Daphne.
I
All right.
don't judge. I like to see it.
Are we ready for some sprints?
I'm ready.
Yes. Let me just add this and move us over. Yay. I'll start this over. Don't worry. Here we go.
All right, talk in a bit.
See you.
That was a funny beep. I haven't heard that one before.
Startled me a little bit.
Sorry.
No, not so bad.
It's not like bees. It's like a sweet tune. How is everyone's reading or productivity sprint?
Good, good. I been ruminating on this document, and I think it's in a decent place. Needs to get reviewed, so successfully done with that.
Nice. My book is Crazy. I'm reading Electra by Jennifer Saint, and definitely has like feminist, themes. It's so beautiful, but this one focuses more on like motherhood and how you can feel invisible and women's voices and how people don't believe women when they say something. So it's so tragic it's like tragic. Okay, it's a Greek retelling. It's going to be tragic, but it's also so beautiful. And also I'm like, yes, girl, get him, shank him, stab him, like do something.
Right.
So, I'm getting to like the final reveals where everything's coming together and like it's so generational, like generational trauma and stuff. It's so good, but it's very heavy.
Yeah.
What about you, Patricia?
Yeah, you just remind me of something here in Norway. I went to my family doctor, and I was talking about my issues, being a mother, working mother,
Mhm.
etc. And he looked at me directly and said, "Feminist." I was like,
Okay.
Great.
so
Help.
it goes a
Really
bit against the gentleman-like and ways of, Portuguese are, a bit Latinos in their way of Italian. Yeah.
Little machista still. Yeah.
So this was completely different. Just a cultural difference here.
For
No,
sure.
on the book, I couldn't stop smirking and smiling because they are bantering now. This is the banter phase
Yeah.
between them. So it's really fun. It's gonna get emotional, I know, but so far it's just
Nice.
fun.
I want to
Don't
see
want to give it
some.
away.
And still, until you use the words cunny in her channel, like modern Autumn, like there's some people that definitely don't like modern slang in their book. Like, what do you think? Do you like having, or does it take you out and you're like, oh no, why is this 2023? I'm trying to escape modernism.
I don't know. I mean, her channel, I could probably get over. Like, that's like fine, whatever. I expect it. But Cunny, I've never heard that one before. That's
I don't even know.
Yeah, I guess it depends where, who, if it's historical, if it's, a duke or a self-made man or, contemporary. No, historical. Okay.
Oh my gosh, then that's so bad. That definitely takes you out of the world. I don't know.
I don't know.
Hi.
I couldn't imagine in an historical setting, in a bad area in London, someone going that way.
You think so?
It just, yeah, you know, the the way I look at historical romance, sometimes you either go a very polite way, or you either go in a way you sometimes hear in London, which is very harsh
Oh.
and it just it just depends.
Yeah. I'd
Okay.
rather them say something, even if it's a little silly, versus it being kind of like, you just got to know what's going on, Just say it.
Silly brings me, yeah. If it's silly, really silly. If it's meant to be silly, then it takes me out of the story. It's like, well,
Yeah. Yeah, I know when writing can be distracting in a negative way. I feel like that my rating starts to dwindle. But before our next sprint, I wanted to try this just to see. And, it's a would you rather
Ooh.
game. So in this game, I have multiple tropes, but it's not would you rather read, it's would you rather be, like live one trope or the other. So we'll try one. So this one's like, would you rather be in an arranged marriage trope or be in a second chance trope? And you can type one or two and give us your reasons in the chat. But I want to hear everyone's answer because I try to pick some popular tropes in here.
This is a hard question.
I think so. It's not even the hardest one. I have some more popular slides down the line.
So to be fun, arranged marriage, it's fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's going to be banter and it's going to be fun. Second chance romance, it's emotional.
Mm-hmm.
So, and some of the best romances I have read are second chance.
Okay.
But for fun, I go arranged marriage.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I'd pick arranged marriage just because, you know, at least as a reader, I like being able to see that growth of them getting to know each other.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Cross proximity.
Chance, you might have that baggage, you know, that hurt in your heart. Let's just skip the hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. For me, second chance. I also pick one, and it's so funny because I see so many
Arranged
twos
marriage.
Yeah.
here. But for me, y'all, second chance, I'm like, why didn't you love me 30 years ago? Why are we here? Like,
Why did
I'm
we
so
waste
mad right now.
Right?
This one
Yes.
has both, by the way.
Okay, I would be mad. So what a tangible arranged marriage that I don't have to blame myself if it doesn't work out. And in these books, the guy is always rich. I freaking love Tangible Reads. If you've never seen her channel, she is so funny. Definitely check her out over here on YouTube as well. But yeah, she's all about the bag. Let me see. Okay. Rather live out a grumpy sunshine and you're grumpy, or different classes and you're high class. So you're the rich one.
I'm already living number one.
You're the grumpy one with you and you're you're
Me
married,
too?
right?
Yeah,
Husband?
I'm married.
Yeah. With you.
I'm the grumpy, emotional one. He's the like, let's just go with it, happy-go-lucky for the most part, you know?
I'm with you. I'm the grumpy. He's the sunshine. And
You're
I just
grumpy.
love a different class, especially in historical. I just
So would you live that
self-made
one, or
man,
would you live-
self-made man. Yeah.
So which
Two.
one would you rather live?
Yeah,
Patricia?
what would you rather
I will
live?
go for two.
Two?
Can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Yeah, I'll go for two.
I
I'm
think
like Daphne already. I'm leaving already in one.
I think I'll do two too. Like living my sugar mama life a little bit better. I would love to. let me see how I can do it. So what do we have for this one? Let me see. We have ones. We have a mixed bag on this one. A lot more. Twos. Ooh, look at B. She wants to be rich too. High class. That was actually really fun. And again, the magic that she was the higher class in this one.
Yeah. Yeah.
I read a book just like that. Mm-hmm. I want to do two since I'm already number one. One. We have so many ones. Yes. Yes, B. Oh my God, it is again the magic. It really is. Okay, we'll do another one. Okay, you have amnesia or you're in a mistaken identity trope.
Is my
Two.
identity mistaken? Like,
Yes, yours.
Mine is two. I don't tend to go to amnesia books.
I don't love amnesia books, but I have a terrible memory.
Oh my God, you're like, I'm living it. You have amnesia. I feel like it would be so frustrating. And I'm like so suspicious because I'm like, okay, are you lying to me right now? Like, are you sure? I don't know. But I've seen it be done. And I think there's something like romantic about like, how can I make you remember that you love me and, you know, win you back over? So just a thought. Okay, I see number 2. No one wants amnesia. Amnesia sounds scary. I know that sounds scary, but also like, can you win me over? Like, can you do this again? Yes, I read a book that did this trope so well. Drop the wreck. Autumn, drop the wreck.
I have one that did it really, really well, and it's The Duke by Kerrigan Byrne.
Uh-huh. I'll write
It's
this
one
down.
of my favorites. It's one of my absolute favorites.
So does she have amnesia or does he have amnesia?
He.
Oh, okay.
Damaged hero, damaged as you can make him damaged. Yeah.
For her spy twin sister. Yes, I saw that book when thinking about this trope. Because it may be a better one. Those are always fun. I do not want amnesia. Yeah.
My destiny. All right, I switched my setup. Can you guys still hear me okay?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
We love you with your mic.
Let me know if you don't hear me well.
So we have popular ones. Would you rather live a friends to lovers or an enemies to lovers? Like there's just such a huge difference between reading and then living it, you know?
Yeah. I feel like I lived Friends to Lovers. It's good. I liked Emily Henry's Friends to Lovers and People We Meet on Vacation. I thought that was really sweet.
Oh, I need to read that.
Enemies to Lovers could be pretty hot though, also. You know.
Mm-hmm.
There's already that passion there, you know.
The banter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a grump person. I'm a grumpy. So I tend to go to enemies to lovers, and I am leaving an enemies to lovers.
No way.
He looked at my book at uni. So we were at university. We were buying whatever, paper book, whatever we needed.
Mm-hmm.
And he looked at my book and said, I hated that one. My moms have it. It's like, first you hate it, then your mom. What? Then, yeah. And then
you're like, who asked you?
Charming.
And then he's the father of my 2 kids. Go figure.
Aww. So would you still do it again, enemies to lovers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets me every time.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, number 1. Yeah.
I feel like I would want an enemies to lovers just because, but I'm also like, would it even work with me? Because I feel like I'd put a stop to that real quick. I'd be like, hell no, don't talk to me like that. But also, if he's like witty enough and stuff, he might win me over. You know,
but
like,
that's the thing, the winning. That's the thing of the winning. You don't even realize that he's winning you over.
Yeah.
Until it does, and you're like, oh, okay.
Wow, you're really selling this. Like you're making a really good pitch for it. I'm like, I should change my answer.
I love though, Daphne, that you're picking tropes that you have lived through. It's so sweet because you're like, oh, I've done this. I like it. I'm happy. Like I'll do it again.
Yeah.
That's sweet. Okay. Forbidden romance or soulmates?
They're both so good.
They're so good. I know. I try to make this as hard as possible.
These are good comparisons.
Yeah. Soulmates, it's where I gravitate to. It's number 1 trope that you get me.
You got it.
I love soulmates too. Like Fated Mates, like all that stuff. I eat it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
Do you have a favorite like rec that's like Fated Mates or soulmates? While I go through these too.
Off the top of my head, I read this. It was like a werewolf shifter kind of one. I can't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but I can put it in the chat. And they're both alpha, and they don't. It's like a marriage of convenience too.
Okay.
And they're both trying to like resist each other, but they're just so attracted, and like that mate's pull is so strong. It's like this amazing banter chemistry situation that I just love. So
I think I agree with too, just because knowing my personality, I'm like, can I handle a forbidden? I don't think so. I'd be like, this is wrong. I'm just gonna get myself out of here and be so stressed out.
Yeah.
No thanks. But
I
on
think
paper, it sounds good.
you could have you read any of Penelope Douglas's books? I've read
No,
2 so
I think
far.
so.
I feel like they're a pretty safe place to start. Like Birthday Girl, like the premise sounds really scary, but like it's written in a way that's pretty endearing.
Okay.
So it's like her boyfriend's dad.
Oh my gosh.
But like she writes it in a way that you're like rooting for them, you know?
Okay, I have
And
to
he's
believe
like
you.
19. She's young too. You know, he's like
Oh
30 or
no.
something. But like it works.
I'd have to believe you on that one because I saw your comment
Yeah.
about Time Traveler's Wife
Oh
and
yeah,
how
that one
you
I
were
didn't
just
like.
like, I'm not okay with this. So I have to believe that the writing like made it okay for
Yeah.
that type of ship. But I agree with Sylvia here. I picked 2, but one does sound spicy. It sounds fun. I guess 2, but agree with Sylvia. Exactly. Let me see.
The
Yeah.
soulmates regs that I have are a bit anti-soulmates in the beginning, because that's something I really love. Is that it's not just automatic, so it's switch. Okay, you're my soulmate, and then it starts. No, this ones they go against it pretty well. So
Yeah.
in the first book, you almost don't have a romance. Um, and that is, for example, one of my absolute favorites, which is "To Bleed a Crystal Bloom" by Sarah A. Parker.
Oh, I've heard of that one.
He just spells it, so it's not kind of a spoiler because he just spells that they're soulmates. But this is not a romance in the beginning. It looks like a villain story,
Oh.
and the same thing for the latest of Jay Bree.
Mm.
So Jay Bree wrote 2 novellas plus a fantasy romance with soulmates, and is the Crown of
Like,
Oaths and Curses.
did she write the Bonds one or something like that
She
too?
wrote the Bonds, but that's reverse harem,
Mm-hmm.
and and I'm old. Too much logistics in reverse harem. There's
That's
just
a lot of men to juggle.
there's a lot of men to juggle, and humors and moods, and no.
Mm-hmm.
I like
So
the villain. The villain story in the beginning. I like that. I feel like I might have to pick that up. And I heard a lot
so
about Jabri like recently, and like a
yeah.
whole box is dedicated to her work.
And she just made an entire book of how much you should hate your soulmate. And I just I just love it. I just love it. It's like,
And
on
Daphne.
Akatar, it's not really a spoiler because the world has spoiled, but in Akatar you get this, Resun guy, and you go, no, we shouldn't like him.
Oh
Like,
You
yeah.
think so? I loved her from book 1. I was like, he's
Really?
actually deep and not stupid like these other
I
characters.
know, but when he appears, first time, it's like, okay, it's like, but that's the kind of the endearment that I liked about Akatar, that it starts that way, so it's not obvious, and there's a little bit enemies there, and there's a bit of resistance there, although not for him, of course. But I really like this juggle against the destiny. So, and I really like when you don't get an immediate romance. It's not
Yes.
romantic.
I
It's not
want like
romantic.
pining
Yeah,
angst.
it could be a pining. It could be a fight against the fate. It could be that in Crystal, To Bleed a Crystal Bloom, it's dark because it's toxic, etc. I just soulmates, but in that way, just
Yes.
recommend it to me. Any please.
Yes, Jeslyn. But since we're talking romance, all of these tropes will have a happily ever after. So you're
Of course,
guaranteed one.
romance.
It's just like,
Yeah.
what do you want your journey to be? If that helps. I think
Yeah.
I have one more. Let me see. Yes. Love triangle or para-romance?
Paranormal.
Yes.
Paranormal.
Do you know what you would pick? Like, would you be the paranormal entity
Ooh.
with the?
I don't
All
want
of
to
us
ever.
are more open.
I don't want to die, so I'll be paranormal. Make me a vampire.
Yes, you can
Live
pick any
forever.
creature. Like para-romance is pretty big umbrella, so pick your creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, vampire.
This was
Vampire.
the easiest one for me.
Yes.
Easiest choice.
What is para-romance? Like a monster romance? Yes, usually it's like a person with, ghosts, which is kind of the weirdest ones. I read, I'm like, how can you grab a ghost? I don't know. Vampire, werewolf, like a hybrid of things, like whatever that would classify as like a para-romance. I was surprised that Twilight is a para-romance. I was like,
Yeah.
duh. So
It's
that's
an
what
umbrella term. Depends
Mhm.
on who you ask. Like I feel like the classics is like vampires and werewolves, but I guess you could count monsters in there too. But now monsters has grown so big that it's like its own category.
Yes, or like Fallen Angels,
Yes.
when that was really big in the early 2000s.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Is witch part of it?
Yeah. Witches for sure, I'd
Oh,
say.
yes.
Okay, then witch demon.
Ooh.
Are you the witch or are you the
Ooh.
demon?
I'm the witch. I want a demon. That combo is
And that's why I think like Cemetery Boys,
What
if you
the-
guys haven't read it yet, is that
no.
it's written by Aiden Thomas. It's really fun. So the main character is a witch, but they end up falling for a ghost that they're trying to figure out like what's up with the murder, like what happened to him. And Julian, the ghost, is just like really funny and quirky and stuff. But there's your witch ghost hair. I love it.
I haven't
Pararoman.
tried
I'll
a
check
ghost
that one.
romance yet because I know it's a romance that's supposed to end happily, but I just can't imagine how you end happily with a ghost. So I haven't even tried.
This had a good twist. So
Yeah.
I was really surprised by the ending.
Is it called Dead Romantics? There's like another pretty popular ghost romance.
Oh, I think so. Just
Yeah.
the logistics of it. I'm like, how do you guys like share that first kiss and stuff? That was just like,
know.
how?
I'm gonna I'd have to friend zone a ghost so hard. I'm like,
Like, don't break my
No,
heart like that.
yeah.
I'm thinking shadow magic or something.
If they all love each other,
Oh yes, make it a menage.
Okay.
that would be hard. That would be
Menage a
heartbreaking
trois.
as well. Two. Let me see. Or two proper teams that make you want to fight for your choice. I live for like a good love triangle. It's been a while since we've like seen them, but Belladonna is a gothic romance, and it actually does a really good job with the love triangle. And I haven't seen that in a while, and I was living for it. And it's pair romance because the main love interest is literally death. So really good.
I have a good
Is
love
that-
triangle rec too, actually.
Which
I don't
one?
read a lot of them, but Sea of Ruin does a really good love triangle.
Oh, I already had that one on my
That-
TBR.
That's on my TBR. That's
It
over
has a
there.
good love
Ready.
triangle. And it's not frustrating at all. You're not gonna be like, oh, like you're not gonna hate one guy more than the other and you're like disappointed who's gonna like win the triangle. Like it's done really well.
Devraj Kumar, Stay a Spellbook 2. What trope is that? Like, what tropes do they bring? Let me see. You give me a shot, and he has.
Yeah. Vampire and shadow magic.
Yes, Belladonna does have a love triangle because you're introduced to two love interests, and you're like, man, which one does she match better with? Like, it's kind of hard, and she's also torn, and they're both basically perfect. So, have fun with that. Yes, let me see.
Julia knows.
Yes, Sea and Ruin. I'm just going through this. He's a stunning vampire and warrior, and she's a witch. There you go, Trisha, for you. Let's see. Another rec is These Hollow Vowel. Yeah, I've had that, and I just haven't read it. Like I keep picking it up and putting it
Me
back
too.
down
Me too.
Mm.
because it looks like it requires like intentional reading, like a little chunk. You see, Daphne, was the Fated Mates books you were thinking of called Feral Sins?
Yes. Oh my God, it is.
Amazing.
Yeah, I really like that one. I've
I
read
read
2
that
so
one.
far. I liked it. It was kind of violent. Like if you're looking for
I
something
read all the
violent,
series.
Right,
I
right.
read
Yeah?
the entire thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I got to keep going. I liked it.
Don't read
Okay.
it in a binge. Just spread them.
Okay. Okay.
But
Yeah, I read
yeah,
the second one a few months ago, so maybe I'm due
okay.
to pick up the third one finally.
Yeah.
I like that they don't like each other right away.
Yeah. And they're two alphas. So there's no
So the
yeah,
bedroom
dom sub.
game
Mhm. Exactly.
is great.
Yes. Okay. So I think that, yes, that was my last slide. I think that was fun. I hope that was fun. I just want to
Was
hear,
fun.
like, people love reading these tropes. So, like, what would you actually live out? You
Yeah.
know, what would you want, like, to experience in real life?
No, it was fun. I liked it. If you got more games, I love games.
No, I love them during a stream too. I need to do more for sure. Let me make sure I didn't like miss a comment or anything. Good. I'm glad that was fun.
It was
I
fun.
love doing these on here. I was like, oh my gosh, should I do like a smash or pass of all of our, gentlemen and women that we have during this time, because we have some really good characters during this readathon. But what
That
is
would be
Blue
fun.
Stocking want? Who do you guys want actually to end up with your girl?
I'm good with a not gross person. As long as we have enough points to like get a reasonable person. But I know Patricia is like battling it out with Maggie. So I'm like, okay, I gotta like make sure our team is at the top of the list, choice of the litter, whatever. So
I know, and we don't even know like how many
yeah,
points we need to actually end up with. Like who?
I know. Our team did good the first challenge. We got plus 100. And then the last one, we got like minus 50. I was like, damn it.
Yeah.
So what's your storyline this week? What is it?
So we were each hiked, right?
Oh, hitchhiked? What do you mean?
I'm not caught up. I didn't know the papers came out. Did the papers?
Daphne is blue stocking, like Patricia. So I have both of our co-leads for Team Blue Stocking here.
So our carriage was hijacked.
Oh.
So first we had a sweet romance with plus 100 points.
I was jealous.
With the with a nice fella. And in this week, our carriage was hijacked. And I wrote that if you weren't hijacked by either the pugilist or either the club owner, I would rebel.
Yeah. So hopefully we can get some better luck next time.
I know those pulls are hard because they're just blind.
And we had a kiss on our knuckles by the nice.
I think it was the
nice gentleman, right?
The Viscount. No, it wasn't the Viscount.
Yeah, and we had a kiss on the cheek by Lady Gabriella, right? Yes.
Patricia's on it in our Discord for our team. Yeah. He is Sergeant. She knows how it goes. She's like, team, let's band together and get these points done.
We have a great team on Discord, don't we? I mean,
we do.
I'm so impressed with them.
Yeah.
And we have so much fun.
I love how more people are like infiltrating each other's chats now. So I get to speak with other team members as well. It's not just like our team only. Like it's always nice to interact with other teams. But I was so jealous because we did so bad in the first poll. So we were the bet. So our brother literally like bet the Baron that they could actually get us. And I was so mad. We were all so mad at our brother, like after everything we do for him and like get him out of his gambling debts, this is what he does. But it's okay. She came out badass at the end of that story, but I was so upset.
I didn't explain the beginning. So we were chatting with the inventor, and we are blue stockings. We know better. So we were kind of, trying to make him understand how things could work. And he got really pissed. And first, the gentleman saved us,
Okay.
and they gave us a kiss. And then was the lady as well.
Oh, the Marquise. I don't know how to say it.
Marquise?
Marquise.
Okay, the Marquise.
Marquise?
No, I'm being corrected over here in my living room. So it's the Marquise. Apparently. He's so nice. He's like such a sweet character, but isn't he like ranking last or something because he's like poor or something like
I
that?
don't even know how to follow all this stuff. The complexities in this thing is overwhelming for me sometimes. I'm like, I need to keep up.
But I like him. The
I
Marquise.
just trust Maggie. I trust
here we
Maggie, and I fight Maggie. That's what I do.
Patricia fights Maggie, and I defend her from behind. Like, don't fuck with Patricia.
Marquise? What? Marquise? I'm like, Marquise?
Is it French? Is it supposed to sound French-like?
Yes, yeah, I don't know any French, so
Yeah,
can't help you
so
there.
it would go Marquise or something like that.
I think it's Marquise, yes. We don't know either. I was laughing so hard at one of like B's intro videos where she's doing like pronounce these words correctly or like guess their meaning. And then like the Marquise popped up and they're like, are you even gonna try? And the other character is like, no. And B's like, me neither. I have no idea how you actually pronounce this. So we have all these crazy characters, so who knows? Marquise is the American version. Oh. I didn't even know there were like two different versions. I guess that makes sense. All right. So are we feeling like one more sprint?
I'm ready.
Yep.
Yes. Perfect. Okay. Let's move over. Ignore the beep. Here we go.
See you in a bit.
See you.
Right. I try to stop the beep a little bit before.
How'd your reading go?
Good. We're at like the climax, the meat, what's happening. And I know the author knows it because they're all like short little chapters going back and forth. I'm like, just do it already. Like, just show me what you did. But it's really good. How about you guys? How's everyone's reading going?
I am really impressed, to be honest. The magic system that Lisette made for this series, I think it's a series, was really smart. And it's really enemies to lovers. And she is a blue stocking because he is, you see on the art, on the fan art that the author is posting on Instagram, that is like half rotten, half fae. And she's like, what is this? Do you feel it? What is this? She's poking around. And you can see her intelligence, her brain going, her what's the word? Interest. But you also see her protectiveness to what she thinks is the truth. Therefore, she must do the deed. So it's I'm always impressed with her, but I am impressed with her with every book, and I know I'm gonna like it. But as I read it, it's like so smart.
Like, again.
That's always good when you really can sink into the fantasy story. Like, it's not distracting. You can really jive with it.
Yeah, and she uses the. I love when authors use the magic system as something that you can take and sequence consequences of. So that's something that I love. Katie Wilde does that in perfection. You really see the connection of using magic and the actual consequence on someone else's life for using magic. That is something I really like. And Lisette in another series uses colors, and you see the consequences of using color. And on this one, I'm not going to spoil it because it's an arc. She uses something else. I
like that.
What's your arc called again?
It is called, I should know by heart. My memory sucks.
Amnesia.
Right. Amnesia trope.
Curse, and it comes with this, throne, curse.
Yeah.
When
everything.
you use this word, I forgot. So it's a curse of the Thorn King.
Curse of the Thorn King.
Curse of
Okay.
Thorn
Yeah.
King.
And it's by Lisette Marshall.
I'm going to add it to my list.
Yeah, it's always good to have your list out during these sprints and type all recs down. I see Jesslyn said she read 5 pages. And she also asked, was this the last sprint? So I did download the other like half of the game we were doing earlier if we want to do that before ending the broadcast. But as far as sprints, I think so. As the last one, we are getting into 9 p.m. over here, which fortunately in Italy it's like dinner time or whatever. But I don't want to stay too late and like, my neighbors are like, what is this girl doing over here? Yes, if you want to play one last game after updating and telling us what you think of your book and everything, or we'll just say bye. So up to us. Yes, so that's the name of the book that Patricia's reading, Curse of the Thorn King. Do you know when it comes out? Because it's an arc, but do you know when it comes out?
I should know, right?
It's okay. I have so many arcs I can't keep up with them either. I made a list and had to make a timeline of like when.
15th of August.
15th of August.
Soon.
15th of August. Yeah.
Sounds good though.
And she's in the Netherlands. So no, I'm saying it live. I love all her books, and I think she's fantastic.
Is this the start of a new series?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, it looks like
It's
I have.
called The Wayfarer Fae. And
Hmm.
she has done one that people are reading, which is called The Court of the Blood and Bindings.
Yeah, that's the one that I have on my want to read already. I was like, oh
Yeah.
shit, look at that.
Ooh, nice.
That one I really love. Because yeah, I really love that one. That series, I'm a stan for Lizette Marshall, so
Yes.
she writes,
Read.
I read, and I'm just gonna have to show you. I'm just gonna have to show you. So yeah, Lizette Marshall.
Nice.
She did medieval historical romance with a bit of fantasy, just a tiny bit. And this is Grumpy Queen,
Okay.
and the assassin is the Sunshine. So when this reverse Sunshine Grumpy happens, I love.
Mm-hmm.
And so the assassin, Runo, is one of my book husbands.
One of them.
Is one of them. So I have the book husband and I have the book boyfriend, and he's up there. He's up there.
Yeah.
Nice.
We have someone who started Belladonna. Yes, Autumn. I hope you love it. I think you're really gonna like it. And fortunately, the sequel comes out in like November or something this year, so you don't have to be left on that cliffhanger like all of us for too long.
Is
Were
that
you
a
able to read
demon
Daphne?
death?
I didn't read, but I started editing my July wrap up. So I'm going to try to post that tonight. But if it gets too late, I'll just save it for the morning. I don't want to post too late in the evening.
Did you read a lot? I felt like I managed like 5 books, but I thought I read more than that because they were like over 450 pages, most of them. So I was like, this is it? I swear I thought I read more.
Yeah. I have my tracker in Google Sheets. So I read 8 books in July for a total of 2,300 pages. So
Dang.
I have some
I should start
novellas
doing
in there.
that, counting pages.
Yeah, I like it because like in May, it says I read 6 books, but it was only like 500 pages read.
Like a lot of novellas.
Yeah.
I love that. Let me see.
Do you keep your spreadsheet? With
Yeah, I
all the
keep my
numbers and
spreadsheet.
You're
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
lucky, Melody. House of Roots and Ruined. Yes, I'm so excited to read that one. It is like a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, if anyone's read that.
Oh, I don't
House
know
of
that.
Salt and Sorrows. It is very gothic. Apparently, really did scare a lot of people. And I'm not
Really?
people, but like it really did scare a lot of people. And I'm excited for House of Roots and Ruin as well.
All right.
Yes, it's really good for sure. Okay. So let's go on to this little. Are you down? Are you guys down for one last
Yeah, I
mini
want to play a
game?
game.
Yes.
Yeah,
I love that.
my kids are behaving so well. They just came to say goodbye after taking their shower alone. I am so proud. I am
Oh, yeah?
so proud of them.
How old are your kids, if you don't mind me asking?
She's 7, he's 10, so old enough. But stuff can happen.
Oh yeah.
But no, I'm just so proud, and they're so proud as well. So I'm just enjoying
Aw,
Yeah.
that is so cute.
Independent human beings.
the best.
Okay. I added more of this, and the next time we do a stream, I'll have to think of like different other games we can play. But this is the rest of the what would you rather do type of romance. So would y'all rather be in a holiday romance or in a sworn off relationships trope?
Sworn
And
off.
in my understanding, sworn off is like you're like, oh, I hate relationships. I'm not doing this anymore, and then you end up like finding your person.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
so,
like that one. Because that means that person is that much more special for you to be like, okay, for this person, I'm ready. You know?
Oh, I'd be fighting
He
it.
will need to work for it.
Yes, Patricia. Yes.
You know, patriarchy. They need to work for it because we suffer every day.
As your doctor
so-
says, feminism.
Yeah.
Okay, we got twos. Oh, a spooky season romance. I don't think I've read a lot of like Halloween themed. Like not like I've read spooky, but I mean like the holiday is Halloween.
I don't think I have either. I feel like it's mainly focused around Christmas time.
Yes. Or like summer.
I read a novella, and it was more erotic than romance, and it was nice.
Those are always great.
I can't really say her name, but I'll post it once I find it.
There's like a spooky kind of like book filled with a bunch of BIPOC authors that wrote a short story coming out in October. It's called Night of the Living Queers. And there's one story in there that is holiday romance, and it's on Halloween. And it's actually pretty wholesome. Like it gave me Cemetery Boys vibes. It's really quirky. You can definitely check it out. I think that
one. Share it.
Is that related to, and this is just a guess, is that related to like the Blackout, I think, or the Whiteout anthology series that was going on?
This one's a standalone.
Okay. Just curious.
Yeah. But that's the word I was looking for, anthology. Yes. I was like, what's the word? Okay. Thank you, Daphne, coming in through. Okay. So would you rather they have a dark secret or you have emotional scars? You're like, I'm already there. I got some emotional scars. But okay.
We need to talk about our emotional.
Welcome to therapy sessions.
I'm gonna be emotionally scarred if his dark secret is really bad.
Yeah, well.
Oh man.
Okay, I like a dark secret. I would prefer he has emotional scars. And it's one. For me, one.
Oh, yes, they do almost always go together, but it's like in the sense, it's kind of like Rhysand and Feyre and Akatar. Like she has emotional scars, and so does he, but like he's helping her heal, you know. So maybe you want that type of storyline already too.
That's why it was painful, right?
Yeah,
I know. You're like, can someone help me?
I can't
stand on the dark secret. Yes,
I can't stand like lying and secrecy. Like if I know he's hiding something from me, it's just gonna make me so mad. So I'd rather take on some emotional scars and have him like help me move past them
than like lie. But what if it's for your own good? What if it's like,
I don't care. Just tell me what it is.
That's why you can't do amnesia in the end, Daphne. You have to know.
I have to know. I'm not a secrets keeper.
That's a good point, actually. But the dark secret, you know, when you can actually find it out yourself, because he's not supposed to tell you to protect you.
I mean, it's an example, but yes, it's a little bit like dark romance than if you're like out here sitting behind your man's back trying to figure it out.
The stress,
especially when you know it and he doesn't tell you, but you know.
Yeah,
you know.
Anxiety level 8. You know,
I'm already anxious about it, and it's not even happening.
Okay, you're the morally great character, or you're the cinnamon roll.
I am not the cinnamon roll.
Yes, but this is fictional, man. You can be
no, I like when she's the grump. I love when she's the grumpy. So I'm the morally gray character.
We're getting some morally.
I kill and save at the same time.
Man, this is really a self-reflection. I'm thinking so hard.
I'm just here exposing your deepest, darkest.
I like to think I have, you know, like I've not morally gray characteristics, but I'm definitely not a cinnamon roll. Sometimes I can like harp on the negatives by accident.
Yeah.
So I'd like to be more of a cinnamon roll. So I'll pick that one.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
I'm here like I want to go fully gray. I'm like, let me be more badass because I feel like I'm so responsible in real life that I'm like, let me like do something bad in this
Yeah.
fictional world.
Exactly. That's a great point. And I don't like when he's a cinnamon roll, so I'm not that much into it. So, and I don't like cinnamon rolls. Well, let me put it this way. I like cinnamon roll characters, but if you give me Marley Gray,
You
Mhm.
die.
I'm done.
You die. I want to kill someone in my story too. No, I don't actually mean kill, like emotionally kill.
In
Yeah,
my
I-
story, fictional, fantasy romance, I'm the character. I can kill.
Yeah.
Yeah. In
Look
my
at
real
me.
life, I feel like I can be morally gray. Like if my friend is doing something they like need help and I'm giving them advice, I'm like, just do it like this. Like, why aren't you? And I'm kind of like mean about it, but it's like for a good reason, like because I love you, you know?
I love that, Daphne. We can be friends for sure. I like
Perfect.
having friends that I'm like, no, you gotta in a loving way, like for loving reasons, but like be blunt.
Yeah.
Tell me the truth.
Yeah.
Because I'm
That's
that
me
type of
for
friend.
sure.
Look at Marie. I know Marie through Instagram. Great Instagram by the way, like really great. But she seems so nice that this comment is just so funny that apparently she is grumpy and that's why she would like to be cinnamon roll like Daphne.
Yeah, that's how I feel too. Yeah.
Marie, who is
Let's
you?
be sweeter. Let's work on ourselves.
Okay, then you put me against the wall because as a friend, I'm a cinnamon roll. I'm like,
Mhm.
I want to hug, I want to kiss, I want to protect.
Aw.
Yeah.
But in real life, as a woman in STEM, no, you need to be morally gray all the time. So, and I like stabby characters.
So we got mafia, like he's or they, whoever
Ooh.
you are in the mafia, or you're the secret royal. I think this one's fun. Like both of these are really fun.
I
I
want to be a
picked-
secret royal.
Yeah.
Make me a princess. Give me a castle. Heck yeah.
On your quest to find true love.
Oh yeah. I'll take it without the love. I'll just take the castle.
One is so toxic and I want it. Oh my god. It's so funny seeing pictures of like, oh, actual billionaire versus like fictional billionaires. Like they show like Bill Gates and stuff, and then they're like, oh, the fictional billionaire. So I just wonder what mafia would look like in this instance.
Oh my god. It's true.
Yeah, being in South Europe, or I was in South Europe, mafia. It's not pretty. It's not sexy. But I would go for mafia.
But you
I
would
would
go for mafia. You're like, it's ugly,
would
but
go.
you know what? I want to do it.
I mean, I read good mafia books, so
Yeah. I don't feel like
So
I've
I would-
read any mafia yet. You got any good starter mafia books I should try?
oh
here we
yes.
Because I keep seeing them around, but I haven't like dipped my toe in yet.
Okay,
But wait,
so I'm
Daphne,
gonna
do you
give
like
you.
any cinnamon rolls like characters, or do they annoy you?
No, I like them. I like
Okay.
them.
I'll let
It
Patricia give you
depends.
one, and then I have a good, easy like webtoon one to
I think
recommend.
if there's pining, if the
Ooh.
cinnamon roll is like really pining, that's what works the best. Like it has to have that for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me see.
I'll recommend the webtoon one. Patricia knows what I'm talking about. She saw my face. She knows. But Midnight Poppyland on webtoon is so wholesome, so cute. So
Wait, I think I started that.
yes.
Where's my phone? I lost my phone.
That was like my first like mafia type of thing.
because they
I
were
have a good
advertising that a
story.
lot on Instagram like a while back, and I think I finally gave in. And I was like, I need to
'cause it gets
download the app.
crazy. But yeah, he's in the mafia. She doesn't know. It's like a secret thing. And she's very cinnamon roll, but she's also still like powerful and strong. So she's not like, she's like really sweet, but not the typical cinnamon roll that feels like they can't protect themselves, which I really like. But she's so wholesome. She's really cute.
Oh my god.
And then we have Patricia's When Heroes Fall.
So this is a duology, and she's the lawyer, and he's the mafia guy.
Oh,
He's the sunshine. She's the grump.
He's the sunshine?
Even though he's in the mafia?
He is the sunshine, and she's the grump.
Wow.
And oh, this was the writing, beautiful, just one of my absolute favorites. Now, when it comes to webtoons and Midnight Poppyland,
Mhm.
when my kids were small, I couldn't read because I couldn't keep my eyes open. And so webtoons was my way to go.
Mhm.
So I found the other webtoon from the Midnight Poppyland author,
Mhm.
which is Azura's Bride, so which is
Yes.
fantasy romance, and I started with that. And when she started with the Midnight Poppyland, I was part of a Patreon, I was part of Facebook,
Oh,
and then I started
wow.
to look for, okay, I love this, I want this. Where can I find more? Because at the time I was feeling more, that I could actually read again. And someone suggested me on Facebook, The Professional by Cressley Cole. So
Oh, I
this is
recognize that author's name.
this is a dark mafia romance. So that's where it started, and I was like, I need more.
You're like
Does
new
Presley
trope.
Cole do paranormal as well? Is she a paranormal author too?
She
Yeah,
does
yeah,
paranormal. Yeah,
Yeah, I
she's
have a couple of her books.
paranormal, but she has 3 mafia books: Professional, The Player. I know this. I know. So we have.
Yeah, Sophie Lark, I always hear.
Yeah.
JT Gessinger is less familiar. I should check them out.
Mhm.
So Cressley Cole has the. I pushed the wrong button. So she has the game maker. So it's the Professional. It's the. I pressed the wrong button again. The Master and the Player. The Master has a Latina. Has a a Latina kind of attitude. Erin, I just adore her. She's one of my favorite.
The fierceness.
Erin, oh, she just made him, in his knees. So these 3. So I started with this before Alcatar, before anything like that. I started this, and I started with the Professional because of the eyes. They said, okay, go for a mafia guy like the Midnight Poppyland, and also the same color of eyes. So that's why I started this one, and just from there on, I went bananas.
I completely forgot about Midnight Poppy because I was following it for a while. I think like as it was coming out, and now it's been so long. I have a ton of episodes I can catch up on. Like the last time I read was episode 66, and it looks like they're at 116.
It's so nice. I took a break too because I'm like, let me just let you pop out like mini so I can just read because I hate waiting.
I know. And the slow burn in it is so long. I think they've only kissed like once in what I've read so far.
Yeah, you need to go into her Patreon to actually go into, new adult.
Her stuff is wild. I did not join her Patreon, but I've seen people be like, "Oh, here's a sneak peek." I'm like, "This is wild."
And she's wonderful. I mean, I was there kind of in the beginning, and she was just wonderful. So webtoons is something that should get more hype because it's actually people.
I think so.
And they're brilliant. Some of them absolutely brilliant. And there's a lot of fantasy romance authors that actually go into webtoons with their own story, and it's just, I wish I had the patience to.
True.
But
me too. Okay. I think we got 2 more. Oh no, this is the last one. Okay, so I was inspired by Our Lady having the bet. So in this case, they're the bet. So your bet to, capture them, make them fall in love, or
Mm.
insta love.
Mm.
No insta love. No insta
I
love.
know a lot of people don't like insta love, and I feel like it can be done pretty badly. Or I read finally one book that actually did it pretty well. And I was like, okay, I accept this. But
Yeah. I think if I'm in the mood just to like read smut and it's done well, I'm down for some insta love. Like, let's just get to the point, you know?
yeah.
But if it's
I mean,
like a novel, maybe not with the insta love.
yeah, because a lot of the real stories, a lot of the stories of actual people, they
Mhm.
actually have like the insta connection, insta love. So not like me that was like insta hate, like you don't like my book, but it was, it's if it's done properly, I think
Mhm.
it should be done because it is something that actually happens.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
have some insta love lovers on here. I'm really surprised because I feel like a lot of people hate this trope so much. So we have, yeah, like insta love. If it's a soulmate trope, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Exactly.
When it doesn't make sense, it is a little bit annoying. Like, there's no way you guys actually just love each other out
Yeah,
of
I think in
nowhere, right?
contemporary it's kind of hard to pull off, but in
Mhm.
paranormal I'm like about it because then it kind of ties in with like the mates thing again.
Mhm. Which is
I
a whole
think that
other
uh,
trope.
Yeah.
I'm reading an insta love one, which he's very romantic. He sounds like uh it sounds like a Portuguese man. It's like he sees her and is like, oh yes, yes, you're the one. And you go, oh,
No.
just
American
go
men
away
are
from me.
not like that.
I know. And I think the bet one is really fun because, like Julia says, you end up falling in love. It's like you didn't see it
Yeah.
coming. And then they're like, how was the bet this whole time? And you're like, shut up, baby. You know you love me. Like, let's do it. So that sounds
and it's
fun.
and it sounds a bit darker, so a bat could potentially be a bit dark.
Are
Yeah.
you back to the dark storylines,
It has
Patricia?
more drama, that's for sure
It
too.
does have more drama.
I'm instantly drawn to dark.
Insta lust. I'm about the insta lust also when I'm in
Yes,
the right
that's
mood
what you
for
were
it.
saying, Daphne.
Yeah.
Yep. That's where those 100-page and less books come in. And that's what I'm in the mood
You're like,
for.
and that's
Yeah.
it, the end.
Yeah.
I
But
think Cressy Cole, with her paranormal and even with her mafia, it's insta love because they're soulmates. You're like,
Yeah.
yes, so in a pair of romance, but I feel like I treat them separately because I feel like oftentimes in Insta Love, it doesn't fully make sense. Like there's no like magic system that's like, of course, they're tied together and bonded like soulmate. And the first time I saw a true Insta Love that I was like, I agree. And I didn't even realize it was Insta Love until someone pointed it out is They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera, and the first to die at the end. And it's basically the story. It's in New York, actually, Daphne. It's kind of creepy. It's an urban fantasy. And it's this app that lets you know 24 hours when you're going to die. Like you're going to die that day.
God.
And they call you,
So
the app tells you. And there's this app called like Last Friends or something where you can pair up with someone who's either also going to die that day or not. And you guys just go on an adventure together. And basically, these two characters end up falling in love, but they're both going to die at the end of the book. So it is insta love because they're together only for a day max. But it was beautiful. It was tragic. They actually do die at the end. Don't be surprised when they do. Great. And then the prequel, one is going to die that day and the other one isn't. So
Oh.
that one was my favorite. That one was like even better than the first. They both die at the end. Daphne's like, oh, that sounds tragic. I don't like that.
I know. That's so sad.
It's so good though. I know, but I like books that make me cry. I'm like, make me
Yeah.
feel something. So
That's what I'm feeling with Jade
I
Legacy.
cry with any book. So.
I love tragic books, yes. For sure. And I think that was my last one, you guys. That's the last one. But did we agree we're all on bet or something?
I'm gonna go for Insta Love.
Insta
Insta
love.
Love slash lust. slash soulmate slash mates.
Okay.
Yeah, I think when the author puts out really well the intensity of I saw you, I love you, that intensity, if they're able to put it really well in words, I'm captivated immediately.
Yeah.
You know, I don't care if it's called Insta Love, Insta Lust, whatever. They
Yeah.
they won me. So
I'm sorry,
if they do
Julia.
it,
Sorry. I just saw her comment, made me laugh so hard.
Mhm.
Or you recommend, I'm sorry, but our next sprint can be like a therapy session. Text me, Joe. You could like tell me how much I just traumatized you and broke your heart. It's okay. 5 stars.
I don't know how you power through. Like, how do you get through? Because I'm literally scared to read the rest of Jade Legacy right now because I know it's gonna hurt me, and I don't want to suffer.
Yeah, I'm like, I love it and I hate it at the same time.
Yeah, it's
You
like
know?
sour candy. Like it's good, but it like hurts.
I know, because it's like I love it so much. Like, I'm like, if you can make me throw a book and like scream like why enter author here, then it's like 5 stars. Thank you for doing that. Because I think it's so powerful when a book can make you feel so freaking much. But this is why this readathon is also a nice break, because there are all these like happily ever afters and I'm not used to it. You know, I was reading Get the Magic and I was like, so what's going to happen to her? Like, what's going to happen to them?
Yeah.
I was prepared. And then I realized like, oh, okay, they actually end up together. So it's a nice break for my heart, I think.
Yeah. That's what I like about romance too, because you know how it's going to end for the most part, you know?
Yeah.
And other books, I'm like, I don't know where this is going. I'm like worried.
You're anxious?
Yeah.
Exactly.
I when I had the kids, I didn't understood that I couldn't continue with the type of melancholic dark fiction that I was reading.
Mm.
I just couldn't pick them up, you know. I couldn't stomach it anymore.
Oh, I totally get you.
So that's why, you know, when I realized, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need, independently of how dark it is, like in the professional, independently how dark it is inside a person's brain, you know you're gonna get there. You know you're gonna heal somehow, some way.
Yeah.
I
Because
agree.
before really coming on booktube and stuff, and I talked a little bit about this when I started my channel, I was working with kids like in education just for a very long time. I got so burnt out. I was like, I wasn't reading dystopians or anything anymore because it's so heavy. I'm like, if I'm already working with heavy cases like social work, I'm not going to go into these worlds like this. So it took a few years and then I switched fields and now I'm here. So I'm back. So now I can finally enjoy these stories. But I can totally understand if you're like, I want to escape from reality in a different way and not read more tragedy. I can totally understand why some people just don't like heavy books.
It took me a while to understand because I wanted to go back because it's so interesting to go back into that, you know, a person's head and how they face that trauma and how, you know, their new normal becomes. But then I have the kids and I don't want these two realities even to be connected. I just want happy endings everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, no sad books. And yes, I love emotionally
Little
dragging
Life.
books.
Have you read Little Life? If that's
No, but I keep seeing it. Is that the one? No, that's not the
it's
one
one of the
with the
gray
West
one
Side
with the
Story.
guy who's crying. He's like,
Yes. But here's the thing about adult books, like adult novels, you're not guaranteed an actual good ending, which I think Jade City is like sci-fi adult.
fantasy.
Is it not?
Fantasy adult. Mm-hmm.
Fantasy adult, exactly. Where YA, you still kind of get like a good ending. Like, you know that MC is there for a reason, even though some are kind of sad, like the ending of Divergent and stuff wasn't the best. But it's still a lot nicer than a lot of these adult novels that I'm starting to read.
Yeah. The stakes are a little gentler in the end for younger.
Oh, see, some of these I'm like, I had to take a break from thrillers, horror, and like some fiction and memoirs. I had to take a break because they're too close to reality for me. Like if someone dies because of a dragon or something, I'm like, okay, like, you know, it hurts.
Yeah.
But, you know, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
I feel like it feels like the ugly cries are cathartic. Maybe that's what it is. But thank you for joining, Daphne. I'm so sorry that I like left you in the back.
Yeah, I was waving in the backstage like, hi.
Yeah, my slides are like covering the other half of this setup, and I was like, oh my gosh, technology.
No, that's
But
okay.
I'm so glad you were able to join both of these blue stockings. Everyone just attack their team. It's okay. Whether you're a seductress on here, whatever, anti-blue
Don't attack the blue
stocking.
stockings. No, no, we'll
Let's
fierce
make a
them.
secret alliance.
Look, they're even like the survivor. We
Yeah,
got to
literally.
each other at the end. But this was so fun. I'm glad you guys like the mini games. I hope I have like some other ones later on, or if you have any ideas, feel free. I'll make something up. Yeah, I had so much fun reading and like actually chatting with you ladies.
Yeah, and it feels so natural. Like it's the first time we've talked face to face, the three of us, at least to me for you guys.
No,
And it just
same.
feels really natural. So yeah,
First,
nice.
first live for me. First YouTube.
Oh yeah,
First
you're
everything.
a natural,
I
Patricia.
know.
YouTube channel
Yes.
incoming. Like
No,
you're
you're
a
all
Make sure you check out their
fantastic.
channels for sure. So Patricia, My Romance Has No Limits on Instagram. Daphne has Being Daphne. And I think you're the same on Instagram as
Yep,
well.
just a dot in the middle on Instagram.
Yes, I
Daphne.
love her vlogs so
Oh,
much.
thanks.
Okay, they're
Me
so
too.
fun. You're like out there in the wild and you're just doing your thing. I love it.
Yeah.
So make sure you check that out. There will be more sprints. Do you have one you're hosting soon, Daphne?
Yeah, I think my first sprint that I'm hosting is on the 14th. I still have to schedule it.
Okay, perfect. So there you go. We have a bunch more next week. I don't know if I think we have one this weekend, maybe from Hannah or something. I should really look at the calendar before I
Yeah.
start announcing things. But
I'll probably
yes,
be
we
jumping
have
in people's randomly if I have time, like today.
Yeah, exactly. And I will be at B's tomorrow. Don't forget, B will have one tomorrow. Mama needs to read romance, and it's like 6 of us or something.
Oh
Like
my
I will
God.
be there as well. So that'll be it'll be
Oh.
1 a.m. for me, but I want to join. I want to say hi because I'm nuts. So yeah. Okay. All right, guys. Yes, tomorrow B's channel for sure. Enjoy your reading. We'll catch you on Discord or we'll catch you at the next sprint.
Yeah, join us on Discord. It's so much fun.
Yes.
It is.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
I'll take a few